tunes, another one that is just fun to play and has all kinds of really important things in it for guitar players, students, advanced, intermediate, even beginners. We're going to take a look at It's Only Love. Now this was from 1965 from the Help album, a song that was mostly John, and John never liked it. He thought, he didn't think much of the words, so it never really grew on him. But boy, they spent a lot of time recording this. They did 70 takes before they got the sound they wanted. Now, one of the reasons it took so long was because they had a lot of guitar parts in there, and even what I played right there was already a combination of two different parts. John played a couple of rhythm guitar parts, George played a couple of lead guitar parts, there was some... Anyway, there was a lot going on in here. So we're going to take a look at two main different guitar parts. They'll both incorporate that little melody. But another important thing that happens in this song is double time strumming. We're going to be strumming at the speed of eighth notes, down at the speed of eighths, and we have to get a couple of quick 16th note bounces in there. So a little complicated with what's going on in the strumming. Now, the song is in the key of C, E, but it uses a few chords not in the key at different times. And we're going to look at it. Oh, really important chord too. Do you recognize this one? Something the Beatles used a lot. That's a G. Should I tell you? Yeah. That's an augmented chord. It's a G chord with a D sharp on the fourth string rather than D. But you'll hear that in a lot of Beatles tunes. So we'll talk a little bit about augmented chords. But I'd like you to take a look first at the chart that just has the chords in the key of C, and we'll start working our way through that. But later on we're going to look at playing a second guitar part, capoed up the neck, thinking in a different key. The capo is going to go at the 5th fret. So what you need to do is figure out what chords would you have to play with a capo at the 5th that would really turn out to be the same as the chords on the chart in the key of C. In the key of C, we're going to see C's and A minors and F's and a chord not in the key as well, as already mentioned. So don't look at the tab yet, because the tab has the strumming pattern written out and has the chords that are going to be played with the capo at the 5th fret. So if you want to take the little transposition challenge, look at just the chart, figure out what chords would you have to play with a capo at the 5th that would really turn out to be C and A minor. Next couple segments we will talk about the chords in the key of C and the strumming. Actually, that'll probably just be one, I don't know, we'll see. So coming up, a lesson on It's Only Love. Chords in the key of C are going to start on C, and it's not going to use all of the chords in the key of C. So when you're thinking about chords in the key of C, you want to think about the 3 major chords first, which would be C, chord 1, chord 4 would be F, and we need to play the Fs as a full bar in this song, so bar across the 1st fret. And if you're going from C to F, which doesn't happen too often, maybe never, but if you're going from C to F, it's a good thing to learn how to keep your 3rd finger on the 5th string. Just a little conservation of economy of motion. There we go, that's what I was looking for. The G's, sometimes I would play the G's in this song barred at the 3rd fret as well, depending if we're going from F to G, that can sound really good. Otherwise you can play the G chord as our normal 3-finger G. The 3 minor chords in C, and we're not going to see all of them, but D minor would be in the key of C. That's the one that doesn't happen here. But we are going to see E minor, chord 3, and A minor, chord 6. So that is the main set of chords that happen in the key of C. Now, one thing that happens, and this happens in a lot of Beatles tunes, is we hear a chord outside of the key of C that is in a nearby key. The key of C has no sharps and flats. Chord 4 in C is F. Well, in the key of F, we'd have a B flat chord as its chord 4. And that's what we're going to see at one point in here, at a couple points. The B flat chord is a really important sound. And that's this progression we're going to see in the beginning is C to E minor to B flat to F.